Hello everybody, it's Foxy speaking, and after such a long time, it is Foxy's Fun Inspirational Chats, and today I will be your host. This episode, as a comeback after so many months, I really should have kept up with the series, but I didn't. But following doing many more things I've enjoyed doing, and making a comeback to many of them, and getting too engrossed with it in the free time and all the rest of it, and also my new cat, Daphne, and my two new cats, Daphne and Nixie, whom we've recently got, and going back to Hove Park Miniature Railway and Bus Rallies, I've forgotten to make the time to do another episode. Well, here is this episode of this comeback of the series. This one, The Railway Age, but I'm not going to read the whole book. I'm going to read out a certain part of the contents, which I'll do. It's the contents. Railways and leisures. We'll do railways and leisure for this one. Until the middle of the 19th century, very few people were able to go away for even a short holiday. This was changed by the coming of the railways, and especially by the organisation of excursion trains, which took people away for a day trip at a reduced rate. The first excursion train was run in England in 1840. Members of the Nottingham Mechanics' Institute wanted to visit an exhibition at Leicester. When the railway company heard this, they decided to run a special train charging only half fares. This inspired Thomas Cook, a local printer, to persuade the railway company the next year to run an excursion train for 570 passengers from Leicester to Loughborough. This was the first publicly advertised railway excursion. The fare was £1. It was so successful that Thomas Cook continued to organise similar trips and founded a travel firm which still operates all over the world. The early railway excursions were such a novelty that the passengers were treated like conquering heroes. They marched to the station to the music of a band and were greeted by it on their return. The favourite places for 19th century railway excursionists were the seaside resorts. The first seaside place in England to become a popular holiday town was Brighton, my hometown. Well, the Brighton and Hove region is my hometown. Following the opening of the railway from London in 1841. In France, railway excursions were arranged from Paris to Dieppe, Boulogne and other places on the Channel coast. Early French excursion trains were often just cattle trucks fitted with wooden seats. On one journey, when a ticket collector entered the truck, the travellers greeted him with loud cries of "Moo, moo!" and when the train stopped at the station, they lowered their heads and still bellowing vigorously, charged through the gate when led from the station to the cattle yard. When the railway staff stood by laughing helplessly. Very soon afterwards, carriages were introduced for all journeys on that particular line. Excursions were arranged in much the same way in all countries. Sometimes a whole train was hired by a firm for its workers or by a church or society, but generally the trip was organised by the railway company, which sold the tickets at greatly reduced prices. The excursions were held on traditional holidays such as Easter and Whitsun, and on Sundays, the only days on which most people did not have to work in their factories, shops or offices. Special trains were organised for all sorts of people. Ramblers in the countryside, spectators at football matches, and race goers. For many people, such trains were the only way they could hope to get away from the town or village where they lived and worked to enjoy a day in a different environment. That's about it. Well, this latest episode of the series, The Railway Age, a book which my wonderful grandparents got me, being my late grandfather Edmund, who very sadly died in 2020, as you know, and also by my wonderful dear grandmother Anne, who, believe this or not, I saw back in August of 2021, being earlier this month. And really wasn't it a delight seeing her again. Oh. No, it was always a delight seeing my grandmother Anne, as I have been seeing her. I haven't seen her since early August of 2021, but had been making a comeback and seeing her again as of this year. And she and Edmund, both of whom got me this book as a young child. I was only about 10 when they gave this to me, or 10 years old when they gave it. So a very long time ago now. But it's a wonderful little book. Oh, sorry. So, yes, here is the episode. This is the episode for now of Foxy's Fun Inspirational Chats. I'm really sorry I've not kept up to date with it, as usually I was uploading a few episodes every month, wasn't I? But I didn't for several months, probably because of getting on with in my free time and leisure, the things I enjoy, and a load of other important stuff, I'm afraid. No, but I will try and eventually get episodes done at least every month or so of the series. Thanks all indeed for watching, and I shall certainly see you in the very next episode of Foxy's Fun Inspirational Chats. Bye bye everybody. Certainly another time. Ta-ta. From Foxy.